The OnePlus 6T comes with quite a few changes compared to the OnePlus 6. Let's see how that translates to performance. Firstly, let's talk about the display. So the OnePlus 6T comes with a slightly bigger display thanks to the water drop notch. That water drop notch is a welcome addition. It gives more room to notifications. Watching videos is a pleasant experience. You almost never notice the notch, which gives you that immersive viewing experience. And if you hate notches in general, this is like the least distracting notch. Next, the in-display fingerprint scanner. This is the first time that I've ever tried an in-display fingerprint scanner, and I must admit, it is cool. Initially, it was a little slow in unlocking the phone. Then OnePlus released an update which made the fingerprint scanner faster, but not as fast as the traditional fingerprint scanner. There were instances where it didn't unlock, maybe because my hands weren't clean, but these are all minor issues and credit must be given to OnePlus for their first attempt. So if the in-display fingerprint scanner isn't quick enough for you, Face Unlock is very handy and reliable. Just like the previous versions, it works great and it's really quick. Next, the design. The design is pretty much the same except the fact that it doesn't have the fingerprint scanner on the back and it does have that water drop notch at the top. So these are pretty much the changes physically. Next, the performance. So performance also remains the same because it has the same Snapdragon 845 processor and you can throw any game at it, including PUBG, and this phone can handle it with ease. Moving on to the software side of things, the OnePlus 6T comes with Android Pie out of the box, which is a welcome addition. When it comes to user experience, OxygenOS is what makes the difference in the OnePlus 6T. It is so smooth and so fast, you cannot really complain about it. To put it simply, OxygenOS is the only user interface that I would live with if stock Android doesn't exist. That's how much I love the user interface. Next, coming to battery life, this is a great improvement over OnePlus 6 because you can easily get through an entire day even if you are a power user. And it's not just that, the dash charger included with the OnePlus 6T charges the phone from 15 to 100% in just 1 hour 15 minutes despite having a larger battery, and that is very impressive. Now I know there are some people questioning OnePlus as to why they did not include wireless charging, and for that OnePlus explains, the technology for wireless charging is not terribly complex. We could implement it, but we haven't wanted to because it's been too slow. So we haven't seen it being up to the level that we want in driving value for the users and their device experience. So it is what it is. I personally wouldn't complain about it, keeping the price in mind, because they can't put everything into a device and then price it aggressively, right? Next, the cameras. So when it comes to cameras, the changes are more on the software side rather than the hardware side. OnePlus introduced something called Nightscape, which helps with low light photography, but that is also available as a software update on the OnePlus 6. So it's safe to say there aren't any changes when it comes to the camera department. Next, when it comes to audio performance, the speakers on the OnePlus 6T sound slightly louder than the OnePlus 6 speakers, to a point where it's negligible amount, I would say, but stereo speakers would have been nice, maybe next time. And no, I did not forget about the lack of headphone jack, which is something of a personal preference, I would say. We have come to a point where we expect companies to remove the headphone jack as time passes by. This will happen in more and more devices, and the OnePlus 6T is not an exception. So if this is a deal breaker for you, then you shouldn't be buying this device. But that said, you not buying this device just because it doesn't have a headphone jack seems really harsh. So I would have second opinions about it, because for the money, this phone is really good. Talking about money, let's talk about pricing. So this is an area where I was a little surprised, and by that I don't mean that the OnePlus 6T isn't a value for money phone. Of course it is, but I was surprised by their approach where they've introduced the 128GB model, but instead if they've also kept the 64GB model and kept the price down, that would have helped in reaching more consumers and more people would be able to buy it. I know it's only 3000 rupees difference, but again, these are my thoughts. Anyway, that said, the OnePlus 6T is still the best value for money propositions out there in the market, make no mistake. So now the big question, should you upgrade? Well, that really depends upon what you want. If I personally own a OnePlus 6, I would upgrade because that bigger battery and that water drop notch, these two features are worthy of an upgrade in my personal opinion. So it really comes down to what you want. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about OnePlus 6T. Did they do enough for you to convince to upgrade? Let me know in the comments down below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified about my future videos. And as always, thanks a lot for watching.